Hey everybody, Happy New Year and welcome to Cooking with Claire. I am Claire Olsen, the Senior Corporate Chef at Weds Foods, and it is January of 2023 and we are going to be focusing on soups and stews this month. In the first 3 quarters of 2022, 60% of menus in the United States offered a soup or a stew. In addition, did you know that soup dominates the vegan diet? So we thought this was the perfect opportunity to bring you some fun and flavorful recipes, seeing it's winter in Chicago and it's cold and it's the perfect time to enjoy some warm and delicious comfort food. Before we get started with the recipes, I just wanted to go over really quick what the difference is between a soup versus a stew. So for soups, generally your pieces of meat and vegetables are smaller and more bite-sized pieces. In addition, all of those solids are immersed fully in a liquid. Now this is versus a stew, where you have larger pieces of meat or vegetables with just enough liquid to cover and simmer, and usually there is a thickening agent to add a little bit more texture. So the first recipe that we've created is an Irish pork stew. When you think stew, you probably think beef. Well, for our stew, we used tender pieces of pork and we incorporated all of the colors of the Irish flag using onions and potatoes and carrots and some roasted Brussels sprouts to give it a little bit extra depth of flavor. We also incorporated a Weds Foods stout seasoning. And you can't forget the grilled bread on the side to absorb all of that extra delicious liquid when you're done. The next recipe that we created for you is an Italian sausage and white bean, not quite a soup and not quite a stew, so I would call it a stoop, if you will. All of those white beans add an extra kick of protein, and as they cook and simmer and break down, it naturally thickens your stew. In here, we used a rosemary herb Weds Foods seasoning blend. And for our final recipe, we decided to put a little bit of a twist on a classic comfort food. Instead of your regular chicken and rice soup, we made it into a Peruvian chicken and rice soup. All the components that you love are in this soup: onions, celery, carrots, and chicken. But to take it up a notch, we blended cilantro, a Weds Foods ají amarillo seasoning, some poblanos and garlic, and we poured that into our chicken soup broth. It really gives it a delicious and unique flavor. And of course, what is chicken soup without the crackers as a side? On our crackers, we used a Weds Foods smoked paprika and sea salt seasoning. Now, seeing that it's winter in Chicago and it's pretty chilly out right now, we focused on hot soups and stews. But don't you worry, for those of you who are in your summer months, we have plenty of Weds seasonings that would also work well in cold soups. Give us a shout if you're interested in seeing any of those. Well, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for joining me this month. I hope you enjoy the recipes that we put together for you. And I want to know, do you have a favorite soup or stew that you like to make? I would love for you to share that with me. So if you would like to send me that information or mention that in any of the comments, I would really appreciate it. If you have any questions or would like more information, please feel free to reach out. We'll see you guys next time.